We just recorded 4.5 minutes of an episode and then realized we weren't actually recording.
So let's do it all over again.
Aye. Nathan, we're talking about Elder Elementals today.
No, but they don't get the cool intro like they did last time.
Okay, here's a cool intro for you. Elder Elementals are sick. They're friggin' nasty. They're gargantuan. They're beautiful.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Oh my god.
Just got this in post.
On their native plains, elementals sweep across weird and tempestuous landscapes. Some possess greater power, gained by feeding on their lesser kin and adding the essence of creatures they have devoured to their own until they become something extraordinary. When summoned, these elder elementals manifest as beings of apocalyptic capability, entities whose mere existence promises destruction. The methods for summoning elder elementals remains hidden in forbidden tomes or inscribed on the walls of lost temples raised to honor the elder elemental eye. Only casters of superlative skill have even the faintest chance of calling forth one of these monsters, and the spellcaster is often destroyed by the effort. Thus, only the most unhinged and nihilistic members of the elemental evil cults attempt such a summoning, in the hope of hastening the world towards some cataclysmic end.
Sounds like some, dark-ass Dr. Zeus shit.
It is, this could be a campaign.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. They're like the evil cult summons the big bad thing, kind of,
Yeah.
They are that.
You, right off the hop, you can learn of a cult that's trying to summon an elder elemental.
That would be pretty bad.
Gain a few levels. Gain a lot of levels, probably, because
probably
these
a
guys
lot.
are pretty tough.
Level 3, yeah, you're gonna fight a phoenix.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Speaking of phoenixes, let's start there.
Let's do it.
So we're going to go in order of CR, lowest to highest.
Okay.
Phoenixes. Releasing a phoenix from the inner planes creates an explosion of fire that spreads across the sky. An enormous fiery bird forms in the center of the flames and smoke. An elder elemental possessed by a need to burn everything to ash. The phoenix rarely stays in one place for long, as it strives to transform the world into an inferno.
So it's like you ate some bad spicy food and
a phoenix is born, that's
and a
right.
Phoenix comes out.
That is the ancient eldritch ritual for summoning a phoenix.
Taking the spicy shit.
You're such a dink.
Okay, please continue. I'm sorry.
So, just before we start, a little something that all these guys have in common. Switch this shit around. Despite all being gargantuan, they all have that ability where they can squeeze through a 1-inch space. Except for the Earth one, I believe.
Well, I mean, that makes perfect sense, right? Your 25 by 25 foot bird made completely of fire and brimstone can squeak underneath a door frame. Yeah, that's fine.
Absolutely.
Whatever. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Moving on. So the Phoenix AC 18. So
okay,
pretty high, achievable, but
yeah, that's.
but
I mean,
higher.
that did what CR 16 you said.
Yes.
At that point, you probably have plus 10 to plus 14 to hit. So
yeah.
You're on average gonna be hitting this thing.
Yeah, you'll probably be fine. Hit points 175, so not crazy.
No, that feels kind of low to me. Actually,
it is a little bit low. It makes up for it in some of its abilities that we'll get to.
I believe it.
Strength score of 19, Dex 26,
okay,
Con 25.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty good. Intelligence, and this is a theme that we'll see with all of the elementals that we cover today. A total score of 2.
Wow, really?
Yep.
Wow.
They're just mindless.
You would think that
so
they're
just
the physical embodiment of whatever element they
exactly.
are. Okay.
Exactly.
Wow, I would have thought that your elder beast would at least have a brain in it.
No, nothing. They just exist to destroy. Wisdom score of 21, charisma of 18. So pretty friggin' high all the way across.
It's wise, but it's stupid.
Exactly.
That's a little confusing.
I think it has tactics.
Okay.
But it has no actual thought.
Okay. Yeah, I guess
that's how I interpret it.
I'll allow that.
Is resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks, as is the norm with a high CR for the most part. Immune to fire and poison damage, and immune to, like, every condition.
Yeah.
Like, you're not grappling this thing.
No. Is it, like, paralyzed, charmed, prone, incapacitated, stunned?
Actually, it can be charmed.
It can be charmed?
It can be.
Okay.
It cannot be knocked prone, though.
I would imagine it is a bird.
So, as phoenixes do, it possesses a ability called Fiery Death and Rebirth.
Mm-hmm.
When the phoenix dies, it explodes. Each creature within 60 feet of it must make a DC 20 Dex saving throw, taking 4d10 damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
What was the area of effect of it?
60 feet.
4d10 fire?
Yep.
Alright, yeah, that's...
It's not bad.
That's enough.
It's not bad.
No, that's good.
The fire ignites flammable objects in the area that aren't worn or carried.
Yep.
And the explosion destroys the phoenix's body, leaving behind an egg-shaped cinder that weighs 5 pounds. The cinder is blazing hot, dealing 66 fire damage to any creature that touches it, though no more than once per round.
Ouchie.
The cinder is immune to all damage, and after 1d6 days, it hatches a new phoenix.
It's immune to all damage?
It is immune to all damage.
What the hell?
And a new phoenix is born at the latest 6 days later. It is not outlined in this at all how to destroy this egg.
You don't.
It just is a thing.
So you, like, seal it in a lead box 300 feet below the earth and, like, hope, I guess?
I guess so.
Okay,
Although
that's kind of scary.
It can squeeze through a 1-inch space.
Yeah, well, that's why it's a lead box.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You,
that's
like,
true.
weld it shut or whatever the
Yeah.
medieval equivalent of welding is.
Well, welding.
I guess at that point you can probably, like, wish it out of existence.
Yeah, probably.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, I would have thought that you would have had to, like, kill the egg, but it's just immune to all damage.
It's just immune to all damage.
Wow.
So where it lacks in its stats and HP and AC,
it makes up for in its immortality.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess you can, like, banish it back to its home plane.
Yeah. Like,
literally, like, the banish spell.
Yeah, that would do it.
Or the, like, one of the high level, like, sealing spells, the, like, 8th level, oh, it's like the one that, like, traps somebody's soul in a bottle. Okay. I don't know what it's called off the top of my head, sorry, but...
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, like, this is terrifying.
It is really scary.
Yeah.
Really scary. So in the book that these guys are from, Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, like in Volos, there are, like, these little notes that Mordenkainen left behind. So the one about the phoenixes. To rise like a phoenix from the ashes. So many use that quaint colloquialism.
It's okay, just try your best, honey.
Thank you. Little do they know about the true horror of such a rebirth.
Yeah.
Like, this thing's just gonna keep coming back. They're friggin' neat. One of the coolest and, like, cheapest abilities beyond that the Phoenix has is Flyby.
Oh, no.
Which it can...
Is it the one that doesn't provoke opportunity attacks?
Yes.
Yeah.
It can move it within and out of your range without provoking opportunity attacks.
Oh, just, like, always?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's very
good.
Just does not provoke opportunity attacks. And this thing has a flying speed of ridiculous, 120 feet.
Yep. What does this thing's attacks look like?
So, it has okay attacks. They're not great. Like I said, most of the scariness of this thing is actually in that rebirth ability.
And it's a spellcaster?
It is not.
It's not a spellcaster.
No.
Okay.
So it has the multi-attack ability. Makes 2 attacks, one with its beak and one with its talons.
Okay.
The beak has a 13 to hit, plus 13 to hit, and on a hit deals 2d6 plus 8 fire damage.
That's it?
That's it. If the target is a creature or flammable object, it ignites, which you must use your action to douse the flames.
Or take
1d10.
That still feels, like, really low to me.
It is low. Fiery Talons, not much better. Plus 13 to hit, and then 2d8 plus 8 fire damage.
No, like, grapple or anything?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, so they are really banking on that, the fire rebirth. But don't get me wrong, that sounds, like, absurd.
It is. Oh, it is.
Like, what happens if you throw that egg at the bottom of the ocean?
It doesn't say anything about if it is in water. It literally does not say it all in this book.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. Wow. On top of that, the Phoenix does have legendary actions.
Yep.
As do all of the Elder Elementals.
As they should.
And they all also have the legendary resistances.
3 a day?
3 a day.
Yep.
So one such legendary action is Peck, which it makes a beak attack. A move, which it just moves up to its speed. Or it can expend 2 legendary actions to move up to its speed and attack with the talons.
Okay. DMs, a small aside, if you're going to make your enemies fight something that is singular, give it legendary actions.
Oh, absolutely.
The action economy in 5th edition is extremely important. And if you're not going to have your big bad guy have minions, you have to at least have him have legendary actions, or he's just going to die.
Yeah. It's just going to be over.
They are very important.
They are. They are.
Please continue. Sorry.
Okay. So that's about it for the Phoenix. Pretty
Right.
straightforward. Not a super heavy hitter.
It's like scary, but also not scary.
Yeah. These, believe it or not, get increasingly scarier and scarier as
their
we
CR
go
does
on.
increase. I would hope so.
Yeah. But yeah, that's about it for the Phoenix. The next one we're gonna talk about is, oh God, the Leviathan.
Is this your favorite one?
It's not.
Oh.
It's not my favorite one.
Okay.
My favorite one is the highest CR.
Okay.
Because it's just such a broken.
Well, we'll talk about it.
It is.
So this is the water-based elemental one?
So yes, it's the water-based elemental. AC 17.
Okay.
But quite a bit more hit points than the Phoenix.
You would expect from like a big blubbery thing.
328 hit points.
Okay, there we go. What is this? Ace like CR 19?
20.
Okay.
20. It has a land speed, which I found interesting.
Okay.
Of 40 feet.
What?
But a swim speed of 120.
What is it? Just like roll?
I guess so. I'm really not sure.
Can it breathe on the land?
Yes. It can rise out of water.
Well, that's terrifying.
Yes.
But at the same point, it's even more terrifying to fight something in the water.
Absolutely.
Because water combat is hard in 5th edition.
Especially against one of its abilities.
Oh no.
It's very similar to the Phoenix, where its attacks are kind of like whatever.
Yeah.
But the abilities it has really make up that lost ground. But just looking at ability scores real quick, it has a strength and a constitution score of 30.
Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. See, if I am facing a end of the world creature, I want to see plus 10 strength, plus 10 constitution. I want to feel like it's the end of the world.
Yes. The only bad stat this thing has is the intelligence.
Yeah. Is it 2 again?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
They all have intelligence too.
I guess it does make sense that they're so low because they're being controlled by.
Well, yeah.
Or they're. Well, I guess they're just summoned by the caster, right?
I think they're
not
just summoned. They just have this urge to destroy.
But they could be controlled. And
possibly.
That would be awful.
That would be a really cool end game goal for a PC.
Like a lich or a. Oh yeah, okay.
I think.
I mean, but aren't these guys like the embodiment of evil and destruction?
Nobody said your PC had to be good.
I guess you're not wrong. Okay, sure. Got me there.
So back to the stats. Dexterity score of 24. Pretty good.
What?
Yeah.
That's so surprising.
What? It's made of water.
Okay. Yeah, but it's huge.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And dexterous.
Sure.
Wisdom 18. Charisma 17.
Okay.
So very solid stats.
Yep.
Except for the intelligence. Is immune to acid and poison damage. And is immune to all sorts of conditions, just like the Phoenix was. Again, possesses legendary resistance. As a cool little flavor thing, which I like, it has an ability that works against it called partial freeze. If the Leviathan takes 50 cold damage or more during a single turn, the Leviathan partially freezes. Until the end of its next turn, its speeds are reduced to 20 feet, and it makes attack rolls with disadvantage.
Oh, that is super cool.
So you could really plan.
But dealing 50 cold damage?
Well, you'd all have to work together.
That's a lot of cold damage.
Yes.
The spell off the top of my head that would probably be able to do that is Cone of Cold.
Yep.
And that's 5th level.
Yeah.
And that is 8d8, which rolling 50 on that is no small task.
Yeah.
So you would have to dedicate
a couple people probably.
Yeah, give your fighter a frost tongue sword or something.
Yeah.
It's still cool though.
Yeah. It is a siege monster.
Oh, yep.
As was the Phoenix.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense then.
dealing double damage to objects and structures, and can squeeze through the 1-inch space.
Sure.
So stupid.
That makes perfect sense.
The Leviathan has a multi-attack. It can make a slam attack, which has a plus 16 to hit. And deals 1d10 plus 10 bludgeoning damage plus 1d10 acid damage.
Oh.
Not a heavy hitter.
Well, I mean, at least, like, that's 2d10 plus 10 is at least better than 2d6 plus 8.
It's true.
But again, yeah, that's like, especially at the level that you'll be fighting one of these guys. Like, I would say that my party, I would probably drop this on them when they're like level 12, level 13. Dealing like average 20 damage and attack. Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably only have between 60 and 110 HP. Okay, yeah. All right.
It also has a tail attack,
Yep.
which is just a little bit better. 1d12 plus 10 bludgeoning plus 1d12 acid damage.
Okay.
So,
yeah, okay, I can get behind these then.
yep. This is where things get really rocky.
Oh, yeah.
Because you have to keep in mind,
Oh, tell me that it eats them.
you're fighting these things in
Oh,
water.
tell me that it eats them.
It doesn't eat them,
Oh, okay.
but they do get consumed by water,
Oh.
in a sense. With a Recharge 6 ability,
Ooh,
It
not
can-
even 5-6.
Recharge 6,
Okay.
the Leviathan can unleash a tidal wave.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just going to read the whole thing out
Oh,
because
yeah.
it is very involved.
Oh, yeah.
While submerged, the Leviathan magically creates a wall of water centered on itself. The wall is up to 250 feet long, up to 250 feet high, and up to 50 feet thick.
Okay, sure.
When the wall appears, all other creatures within its area must make a DC 24 strength saving throw. A creature takes 6d10 bludgeoning damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. At the start of each of the Leviathan's turns after the wall appears, the wall, along with any creatures in it, moves 50 feet away from the Leviathan.
No save?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
Any huge or small creature inside the wall, or whose space the wall enters when it moves, must succeed on a DC 24 strength saving throw, or take 5d10 bludgeoning damage. A creature takes this damage no more than once a turn. At the end of each turn, the wall moves, and the wall's height is reduced by 50 feet. The damage creatures take from the
About
wall
110?
on subsequent rounds is reduced by 1d10.
Okay, so you take like 60-10, 5d10, 40-10.
Exactly.
Wow.
When the wall reaches 0 feet in height, the effect ends. A creature caught in the wall can move by swimming. Because of the force of the wave, though, the creature must make a successful DC 24 athletics check to swim at all during that turn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what really puts this thing over the edge.
Yeah, you're not. That's not okay.
No.
Even like 2 turns in that,
Yeah.
you're taking 11d10,
And being thrust.
100 feet back.
Yep.
Not to mention that if you want to try and swim out of it,
Yep.
DC 24 athletics checks.
Yep.
Not a lot of people are going to be able to like get by that.
Nope.
And your wizard's like
Yeah.
60 feet above the water. He's like, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, totally.
Nope.
Totally.
250 feet in the air.
It's interesting that you bring up that wizard thing, being like up in the air and being fine.
No, that's where they
Because
would be.
they totally squashed that with one of the next ones we're about to
Okay.
cover.
Oh, good. Good. That's
Uh,
like there's a lot of workarounds to monsters in D&D.
Yep.
I want workaround
Yeah,
monsters.
exactly. We'll get to that one. I'm
Okay.
really hyping it up because it's fantastic.
All right.
I really like it a lot. The Leviathan also possesses 2 different legendary actions. A slam, which costs 2 actions. The Leviathan makes 1 slam attack.
Yep.
Pretty self-explanatory. And a movement. The Leviathan moves up to its speed.
Wow. Yeah, okay. This guy means business.
Like, these things will wreck you.
Yes. Oh, no doubt. Like,
These are some serious, like, endgamers. They're even, like, so, like, CR is pretty bullshit.
yeah.
But, like, just
Well-
the annoyance of having that happen to you in a fight
Yeah.
is just,
That's insane.
yeah.
That's like,
It's
it's a very, very powerful ability.
yes, it is very good. It only gets better from there, buddy.
Oh, God, yes.
So, the next elemental is the Earth Elemental, the Zaratan. I'll read you its little description here.
Please do.
When a Zaratan is summoned from the elemental plane of Earth, the ground rises up to take the shape of what looks like a hulking, armored reptile. its shell composed of the landscape from which it arose. The Zaratan plods through the land, each step sending shockwaves through the ground, severe enough to unsettle structures, which is actually an ability it has.
Awesome.
Dim-witted, the Zaratan lurches onward, expressing its rage through its trumpeting calls, an occasional boulder or blast of debris it spews from its cavernous maw. If seriously injured, the Zaratan slowly retracts its appendages to gain shelter beneath its impervious shell, biding its time until it recovers and can resume its march. Also, actual abilities that this thing has.
That's super cool.
It is really cool.
Do you want to just flip that book real quick so I can see what it looks like? Oh, that's super cool.
It is.
That's the big turtle you were talking about.
Yep.
I get it. That's dope. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's cool. Don't look at that one.
Yeah,
no,
we're getting
Nathan.
there. We'll get there.
Don't look at the
We'll get
Tempest,
there.
Nathan. The Zaratan, AC 21.
Yep.
Hit points 307.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty beefy. Also has a strength and con of 30.
Yep.
Dexterity of 10.
There we go.
Which
Thank
makes
you.
sense.
Finally.
Makes sense. Intelligence 2 again. And then Wisdom 21. Charisma 18.
How does this thing have that high of a charisma
I don't know.
score?
I have no idea.
Like, what?
It is the only one of these elementals that actually has a damage vulnerability.
Is it bludgeoning? No, thunder.
It is thunder damage.
Yeah, it's thunder damage.
Yes. And is resistant to a whole bunch of stuff, as always, with these guys.
Bludgeoning, slashing, piercing.
Cold, fire, lightning.
Tell me this thing is immune to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
It is only immune to poison damage.
I would make this thing immune to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
So it has an ability that we'll get to.
Okay.
Where it kind of takes on that
Because
trait.
you said it's like an immune shell, essentially.
It is.
Okay.
It is. Not as immune as the egg, the phoenix egg.
Yeah.
But pretty good.
All
Pretty good. CR 22.
Yep.
So these guys are
definitely getting there.
Yep. So it has an ability that we're going to come to, I think, last, because I think it's the coolest.
Okay.
So we'll just skip ahead a little bit here. Again, is a siege monster, like the last two we spoke about. It has a multi-attack. It makes one attack with its bite and one with its stomp. This is where the attacks start getting a lot beefier.
Okay.
Its bite attack is a plus 17 to hit, a reach of 20 feet,
Wow.
and inflicts 48 plus 10 piercing damage.
That is a large rage. And that is not a small amount of dice to be attacking with every turn.
Its stomp attack is plus 17 to hit,
Mm-hmm.
a range of 20 feet,
Yep.
and is 3d10 plus 10 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so I'd like to make a small point. This is a gargantuan creature, right?
It is.
And its mouth has a range of 20 feet.
Yes.
And yet its entire body is 25 by 25. I do have... Like, do you understand what I'm trying to get at here?
You hate the sizing.
No, I don't hate the sizing. I just think that there should be larger.
Yeah.
Like, I think this thing, stuff like the Tarask, Ancient Dragons, they're like 40 by 40. You're not going to have a creature whose body is 25 by 25 with a 20-foot reach. That just does not make sense.
It doesn't. But them's the rules, buddy.
Well, rules were meant to be broken.
Oh, jeez.
Anyways, okay, continue. Slash rant, it's over.
If you really want to increase the size of a monster, then just do it.
I do.
Yeah. It also has a spit rock action that it can take. Plus 17 to hit, range 120 over 240.
Yep.
And deals 68 plus 10 bludgeoning damage on a hit.
Nice.
As well as a spew debris ability, which is a recharge 5/6.
It's like a little shotgun scatter cone.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
The Zaratan exhales rocky debris in a 90-foot cube.
Oh, interesting.
Each creature in
That's
that area...
huge.
Yeah, that is ginormous.
That's huge.
Each creature in that area must make a DC 25 Dex saving throw, taking 6d10 bludgeoning damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. Right. A creature that fails the save by 5 or more is knocked prone.
Alright, so your rogue is... So, like, the average person is going to be taking 6d10 and being knocked prone.
Yep.
I don't know, did you ever play Warhammer, Evan?
No.
This reminds me, there was a Space Marine ability that was like an orbital bombardment.
Okay.
That was, you just get like, essentially like a pie plate.
Okay.
And put it on the battlefield.
Okay.
And anything inside of that just might as well have been dead.
Oh no.
And that's kind of what this reminds me of. Like,
okay.
obviously this isn't going to one-shot somebody.
No.
I think 6 what was it, 6d10?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
They're like, what's the average of a d10? 6?
Yep.
Right? So that's 36 damage average.
Yeah.
So like, let's call it 40 plus knock prone in a 90-foot cube. Yeah.
It's
that's
a damage
business.
dealer. It's a damage dealer. Legendary actions. This is where it gets a little bit different from the rest of them because it has a lot of different legendary actions.
Okay, cool.
It can make a stomp attack.
Yep.
It can move.
Yep.
It can use the spit rock.
Okay.
For 2 legendary actions. For 2 legendary actions, it can do a retract action.
Yeah, so this is what I was talking about.
So the Zaratan retracts into its shell until it takes its emerge action.
Mm-hmm.
It has resistance to all damage and is restrained.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The next time it takes a legendary action, it must take its revitalize or emerge action.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
super cool.
While it's in there, it is forced to.
Yeah.
You can't just like.
So that one
turtle,
costs
so to speak.
2. Oh, nice. So that costs 2 to go into its shell.
Yes.
Okay.
It also costs 2 to revitalize, and it also costs 2 to emerge.
Oh, so you like it? Wow.
Yeah.
So you have to go like a full turn cycle.
Yeah.
But you have resistance to all damage, but it's restrained.
Yes.
So I think you get advantage on attacks versus it. So like maybe if you can dish out enough damage.
Yeah.
And, okay. What does revitalize do?
Revitalize. The Zaratan can use this option only if it's retracted in its shell.
Yep.
It gains 5 d20 hit points.
Yes, wizards. Let me roll d20s. Yes.
The next time it takes a legendary action, it must take the emerge action.
Okay, cool.
So you can't keep revitalizing.
You can't. Yeah, that would be stupid.
And then that brings us to the emerge action, which costs 2 legendary actions. The Zaratan emerges from its shell and uses the Spit Rock ability. It can only use this option if it's retracted in its shell.
That's
so
neat.
You get to come out and do an attack.
So, but that is over 3 rounds.
Yes.
So, best case scenario, the Zaratan knows who goes before it.
Yep.
At the end of that creature's turns, retracts.
Yep.
Takes an entire round of damage.
Yep.
Heals 5d20.
Yep.
Which might be less because d20s are super volatile. Might be more than how much damage it took.
I think the d20 is a stupid thing to roll for this.
You think so?
Yes.
But like, if it was like 10d6...
I already have enough problems with the d12.
Okay, yeah, you do. Jeez. I don't know. It's like, I think it's a balance point.
Yeah.
Like, if they gave it like 10d6,
yeah,
that would be too much. It would be too good.
Yeah.
This way, like, you can roll like 10.
Yeah. I'd just be like, well.
Your classic, like, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Like, okay. It's cool that it gets a spit rock as it emerges.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that is cool.
Okay.
It makes it feel like less of a waste, I think.
Just readjusting a little.
So I'm going to come back now to one of its abilities that I had skipped over.
Is this the one where it like walks and knocks shit over?
Yes.
Okay.
It's very cool. So it's called Earth-Shaking Movement.
Yep.
As a bonus action, after moving at least 10 feet on the ground.
Oh no, so hard.
Which it has a speed of 40 feet.
Okay.
The Zaratan can send a shockwave through the ground in a 120-foot radius circle centered on itself.
Okay.
That area becomes difficult terrain for 1 minute.
Cool.
Each creature on the ground that is concentrating must succeed on a DC 25 Constitution saving throw, or the creature's concentration is broken.
I'm sorry, DC
25.
Okay.
It gets better. The shockwave deals 100 thunder damage to all structures in contact with the ground in the area. If a creature is near a structure that collapses, the creature might be buried. A creature within half the distance of the structure's height must succeed a DC 25 Dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 5d6 bludgeoning damage, is knocked prone, and is trapped in the rubble. A trapped creature is restrained, requiring a successful DC 20 athletics check as an action to escape. Another creature within 5 feet of the buried creature can use this action to clear rubble and grant advantage on the check. If 3 creatures use their actions in this way, the check is an automatic success. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and doesn't fall prone or become trapped.
Okay, so that's like a lot of words.
It is.
But also, that's a low amount of damage, surprisingly.
It is low.
Only 5d6. But I say only, but you're also, like, probably prone and, like, covered, and you don't get your next turn. And then if this thing stomps on you, then you die. Like,
you also have to keep in mind that that's a bonus action every time it moves 10 feet. And there is no limit to that.
Oh, what?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It's so cool.
That is really cool.
I love that.
Yeah, bye-bye, Capital City.
Yeah, exactly. Waterdeep, see you later.
That's nutty.
It is nutty. And that brings us, Nathan, to the fourth and final. The most broken.
This is the air version one?
So like the stormy, yeah, like the air elemental.
Yeah.
It is called the Tempest, Elder Tempest. Terrifying storms manifest in the body of the Elder Tempest. A being carved from clouds, wind, rain, and lightning, the Elder Tempest assumes the shape of a serpent that slithers through the sky. The Tempest drowns the land beneath it with rain and stabs the earth with lances of lightning. Punishing winds scream around it as it flies, feeding the chaos it creates.
Did you ever watch Naruto, Evan?
Yes.
Did you ever watch Shippuden?
Yes.
Did you ever see when Sasuke fought Itachi?
Yes.
Do you remember when he made a dragon completely out of lightning?
Yes, I do.
This is instantly what I'm thinking of. And that's so cool.
It is cool. Okay, so this is like the most broken one.
Oh, yeah, what's its CR?
CR is 23.
Okay, so I think that's Ancient Red Dragon status.
Okay. AC 19, hit points 264.
Okay.
Its stats aren't as crazy as the other ones.
Yep. I feel like its abilities are, though.
Its abilities are stupid good. So it has a strength of 23.
Yep.
Dex 28.
Oh, yeah.
Con 23. 2 intelligence. 21 wisdom. 18 charisma.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Nothing
No, it's kind of
crazy.
in line with the rest of them.
Nothing too crazy. Resists bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. Is immune to lightning, poison, and thunder damage.
Yep.
Cannot be exhausted, grappled, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, prone, restrained, stunned.
It's a good thing we just got pop filters for all those P's that you just said.
It can squeeze through a 1-inch.
Okay, that one I'll give, though, because this thing was made of air.
Yes.
But, like, the earth or the fire and water one,
you're not gonna go
not
for
allowed.
The air one's fine, though. The Tempest also possesses Flyby.
Yep.
Which does
that
not
one makes
provoke
sense to me a lot.
attacks. Has the 3-a-day legendary resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Has an ability called Living Storm.
There we go.
The Tempest is always at the center of a storm, 1d6 plus 4 miles in diameter.
Oh, that's
so
big.
When you fight this thing, you're in this storm.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
You're in the storm before you fight this thing.
Yeah, way before.
5 to 10 miles away.
Yep. Heavy precipitation in the form of either rain or snow falls there, causing the area to be lightly obscured. Heavy rain also extinguishes open flames and imposes disadvantage on perception checks that rely on hearing.
Okay.
This is where it gets really stupid.
It's a little flavor text, yeah.
This is where it gets really stupid, and I'll explain it by going back a step as well. In addition, strong winds swirl in the area covered by the storm. The winds impose a disadvantage on ranged attack rolls.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I get behind that.
This thing has a flying speed of 120 feet.
Yep.
So it can just be 120 feet in the air, and just any attempt to hit it will have disadvantage.
Yep.
It's so dumb.
That seems reasonable.
It's so
CR23.
So
like,
silly.
This thing better be good.
It's so silly.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, this seems good.
Like, if you really wanted to be that DM, which you absolutely should be,
yes.
Just park it in the sky.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Why would it? Or, like, if it's going to come down, it comes down, hits it, then runs away.
Yeah, exactly. With Flyby.
Yeah,
it can just do that.
Why wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Radical.
I mean, it is stupid.
It is. But
it's wise.
It's also out to destroy. Yeah, these things have tactics. They're not gonna put themselves out there too much.
Well, I mean, tactics are kind of intelligence-based.
You shut your mouth, Nathan. The Tempest possesses multi-attack, making 2 attacks with its Thunderous Slam. Mm-hmm. Thunderous Slam has a plus 16 to hit, a reach of 20 feet, and deals 46 plus 9 thunder damage.
Every time you say that, I hear 46 instead of
46.
4d6.
4d.
4 dice 6.
4 dice. That's right.
Yeah, that's good.
4 6-sided dice. It also has a lightning storm action, which is a recharge 6.
Yep.
All other creatures within 120 feet of the Tempest must each make a DC 20 dexterity saving throw, taking 6d8 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. If a target saving throw fails by 5 or more,
they're paralyzed.
The creature is stunned.
Yeah, yes.
Until the end of its next turn.
Yes.
It's good. It's real good.
You get zapped.
So this thing's thunderously slamming you.
Yep.
You can't hit it because it's in the air.
Ooh, thunderously slam me.
No. We're not about that here.
Rule 34 of
the
Elder Tempest.
No, it's just bad. It's so good, Nathan. It's just so good.
That is really good.
Legendary actions include movement. At the cost of 2 actions, it can cause a bolt of lightning to strike a point on the ground anywhere under its storm. Each creature within 5 feet of that point must make a DC 20 dexterity saving throw, taking 3d10 lightning on 3d10 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
That's that shit I do like.
At the cost of all 3 of its legendary actions,
oh no,
there is a thing it can do. The Tempest released a blast of thunder and wind in a line that is 1 mile long and 20 feet wide.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Objects in that area take 4d10 thunder damage. Each creature there must succeed on a DC 21 dex saving throw or take 4d10 thunder damage and be flung up to 60 feet in a direction away from the line.
Oh my goodness gracious.
If a thrown target collides with an immovable object, such as a wall or floor, the target takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage for every 10 feet it was thrown before impact.
Yeah, so it takes 4d10 thunder, then 6d6 falling damage.
If the creature would collide with another creature instead, the other creature must succeed on a DC 19 dexterity saving throw, or take the same damage and be knocked prone.
Yep.
You can just collide two of your PCs together.
Just blow up like a mile-long strip of army. Wow.
I would never want to fight one of these.
It sounds like a cool fight.
It sounds like a cool fight. It sounds like a tough fight. It sounds like your barbarian's going to be very limited.
Well, this is why you cast Fly on your barbarian.
Right.
So this is the point in time where we would usually talk about enemy encounter boss, but these things are not nothing but bosses.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's pretty apparent.
Yeah, it's like some endgame.
I mean, like, you could have, like, part of the creature's, like, abilities manifest themselves in a battleground if, like, your opponent sorcerer is, like, trying to, like, bring them on. So, like, you could have the sorcerer have the ability of the dude's, like, thunder step or, like, make the lightning call down from the sky. But, yeah, these guys are just bosses.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, absolutely, they are.
And they're good ones at that.
They're bosses. They're great plot points.
Yeah, they are. And then you unleash all 4 on the world at the same time.
Oh, please don't do that.
Alright, well. Thanks.
Oh my god. Don't end it that way.
I don't know how else to end it. Please stop recording.
Oh no.
Bye. Fuck. It's still recording, Evan.